What is up, Pokemon fans? I am Blake Trout here, and I'm here to give you your Week 2 battle analysis of PEBA 2. It's against my opponent, Todd, coach of the Washington Blizzards. Alright, there we go. Got that from memory. Lit. Now let's get to it. I'm going to pretty much, this is probably going to be the first, because I'm not doing Week 1, because it really was just a 6-0. I got 6-0'd. And what happened with that was just really, I had my win condition broken on a lose, and I got rid of it too early and was basically trying to not lose by 6, but there's nothing I could do. But this game was a bit closer. I'm going to probably just explain about my team makeup and why I made my team the way they did. Then we're going to have video of the battle, and I'm going to explain everything around there, and I'll give my final thoughts, what I thought about that battle. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do from now on for each battle for PEBA. I probably won't do anything PCBL related again like that until PCBL maybe 8. Or not, it depends on what timing is like in the next couple months. I don't know when the next season's coming out. So let's get to it and talk about our first boy, Starboy. So what I did with Starboy is I made it basically a Choice Scarf Pokemon, and what I wanted to take advantage of was that I did have that speed. See, now I don't have my notes because I did have notes on every Pokemon possible and could know why I did the things I did just to outspeed. I just wanted the typical Starboy style, and the only reason why I did was only to... Okay, so yeah, I had to look up one more time. So basically what happened here was the reason why I made it Scarf was mostly because I just needed something to outspeed it. Like, he had speed with every Pokemon on his team, and it was really annoying. And what made it really tough to get the beat on him, I can't remember if I just said that, was mostly just have something to outspeed. So a jolly natured set with the right attacks, Thunder Punch for the something. Why'd I have this? Wait, why'd I have Uproar? Was Uproar physical or special? Nope, it's special. What was my thought process here? I think I just had to find a last move to fill it. It should have been U-turn, but I don't know why it was Uproar. But Ice Punch itself was mostly for Gligar or Gliscor and other stuff. And kind of like my thought process with it was just, I need something to hit, and Iron Head's really good because it's just a nice stab move that hits up his Ice type. So whenever I 1v1 against Kieran Black, there was nothing I could do. The only things I was afraid of for Kieran Black to be is if it was like Life Orbed or it was Z. That's what my thing was. Like, I just needed to live enough so I could just hit. And Iron Head with flinch kind of just means I could two-shot it. You can't really one-shot anything unless I ban this thing or specs it or something. That's the only way I can get any advantage, and I haven't found the ability to take that advantage of whatever it was. So we can move on to the next one for Maracujo. Now, I made Autono this way where it was mostly defensive because I was more afraid of a physical set. And really, special defensively, there wasn't anything on his team that could knock me out with anything special. So I knew I was safe there, so that's why I put most of my investment into the defense. I gave it Dazzling Gleam so I can do damage and probably stay in there because I know I can live anything that Life Orb Kieran Black could hit me with. Like Life Orb Kieran Black itself, at best with whatever it was. Why can I not remember this? With Fusion Bolt, it does 43% max. I might have to just do a script for everything now. I can't remember things like I used to. I just lose track. So yeah, with Wish Protect, of course, so I can heal up the rest of my team. Heal Bell itself is very useful, just in case I get statused. Usually a typical set, and sometimes I don't even put a move on this thing. Sometimes, if there's no way I can attack, I could just put in Light Screen or something else. Sometimes. And then we can move on to Telegon, the Latios, and Choice Specs. Actually, this set's pretty formidable. I gave it Energy Ball to hit all water and ground types, Ice Beam so I can one-shot Gliscor. Draco Meteor is just a very powerful stab move that can knock out a lot of things and OHKO them. It's Shadow Ball so I can take care of the ghost types that he has on his team, which I think was Dusknoir. So just in case he brought that, I can two-shot that out. And it moves fast enough where I can outspeed most of his team, including Keldeo, no matter what. So really, the only thing I'd be nervous about is dealing with Scarf Keldeo, but then again, I'm not really afraid of that because Keldeo itself, it either has to be Spec, Scarfed, or Sashed. Or Leftovers. Whatever it is, it's like, if you have mods that completely block it, there's nothing that you can really do about it. It's like, the Water and Fighting typing is blocked out by Dragon Psychic, or the Water and Fighting typing is blocked out by other stuff. It doesn't matter. It's like, once you get rid of its stabs, it's not even threatening. And Hydro Pump does spit. It does. It hits hard for damage. So really, in this case, I outspeed pretty much his whole team regularly with this, but I'm expecting at least one mon on his team to be scarfed in this battle, so I'm going to be careful. And oh wait, Excelgor is probably something I should be afraid of. I can't outspeed that with this thing. So that's kind of why I have Starboy also set up. Okay, so the next one is going to be Dan Kuso the Scrafty. And I made it where it gave it 140 attack because I feel like when I was specially defensive, I saw that I could easily take a mixed, A mixed Kyurem Black's hits with no issue. If he was like mixed, whatever, because I think only does around 40% max, so I can easily live off of that. And I can also do serious damage. It also blocks up Pokemon like whatever else. I gave it the bulk up, mostly just to keep its defenses going, in case it was going against a physically defensive Kyurem Black, or physically offensive Kyurem Black, or anything else that's physical. I mean, I can't deal with Talonflame that well, but I have other monsters completely block it up for me, so I'm still pretty much safe. Kind of realize how much a threat Talonflame is, even if it has 126 speed. It's hard to outspeed, plus it's got good move pool. At least a decent move pool where it doesn't have to rely on Gale Wings for serious damage. It just needs it for priority. So I guess I can also include that with Rest itself. I just get Shed Skid so I can get the move, and if that doesn't work, Maracuja can go for good old-fashioned Heal Bell and just make my life a little bit easier. I mean, that's really all I'm kind of looking for here with this, and that's why it made me think that this was a good idea. And then my next mon, Silvally, was a Ghost Memory. It's a Ghost Silvally, so it can take hits from I don't know what. So I made it max defense so it can take hits from Pokemon just as you-know-who, Kyurem Black. I basically made this team just so I can counter Kyurem Black in some way. I know I don't outspeed it with certain things, and I know I can't do hits this way and that way. That's fine. What made this situation better for it is that defensive is good, so really I can max out, and at one point I'm still not totally screwed. I'm trying to figure out way more ways how to use Silvally. Silvally's just going to have to cover those types that I don't have that can block up or defensively, or it can be a mon that just has powerful attacks that I can use to take advantage of. So if I had something else like Draco, or I can do a Swords Dance set, and as long as I keep my defenses up, I can still hit. And you know, that's my only thing. And then the last Pokemon I have is Lasco, the Rotom Fan. And I gave it Volt Switch, Air Slash to Fog, just in case someone puts up rocks and spikes. And I also got Pain Split so I can take damage, Air Slash so I can knock out things. Pretty much, you know, the usual things. It's a usual set that pretty much has no Will-O-Wisp. So I know that no matter what, I can't outspeed Kyurem Black, and that's okay. I have mons to block out the ice, so it's chill. And the Dragon. So pretty much that's the whole team composition. Now we can get on to the battle. Okay, so as you see here, I can't switch this stuff. I don't know why I can't. That's dumb, but it's alright. So you kind of see my team composition here. You see his. He brought a Specs Kyurem Black. He brought a itemless Talonflame. He also brought, I don't know what he brought here. He brought something. He brought this Bisharp that has not been seen in draft leagues for a long time. He also has his Excelgor, Gliscor, and Keldeo. Alright, let's get this battle nicely fresh and started. Oh wait, let's turn off the music first. And here we go. Alright, so first turn he goes out into his Excelgor. I go straight out into Telegon thinking that I was going to... I fucked up right there, I'm sorry. I just swore. I don't know, sorry about that. That was like a major mistake. This is probably one of the only episodes that are going to have bugs, and then we'll start getting automatic later on. So yeah, I went for Telegon thinking that he was going to lead with Gliscor or lead with Kyurem Black so I can get the quick kill on him. But he goes down to Excelgor. I always think, wow, I should have thought that Excelgor leads. So I switched down to Lasco so I could take any type of Bug Buzz damage that he had. And I took a pretty well amount, but I did get the special defense drop. So that wasn't terrible. So the guy switched down to Kyurem Black, and I went for Pain Split. And that was fine. That way I can know he's not such or anything. He goes for Earth Power, and it did 45%. And right here, I found out that he was basically Sash. I'm sorry. Specs. He's Specs. Why? I know he was Specs. I just said it. Why am I saying that? He is a Specs mon. That's how it took. I calced it up and figured it out. And then he went on to his Duality, and I thought, oh, crap, this isn't going to be good. So in my plan, I'm just going to switch out into Parting Shot, which I totally forgot he could do. Real talk, I forgot that was there, and Parting Shot was just to counter me. I messed up there. So I basically gave him a +3 boost and went into Dan Kuz to try to kill it. And he went for Iron Head, and I almost died. Flinch there would have ended me right there. Could have gotten swept, but I got through it and survived. Thank you. Then he goes into Talonflame. I'm like, well, I need you to live. So I went to Maracujo, and he had Acrobatics. Luckily, he didn't kill me. And I was really, like, afraid. He had Swords Dance. He had Setup. I didn't think that through. I'm like, oh, no. I have nothing to stop this thing with Setup. So it's kind of like, this is the problem with Maracujo, or my problem with Marisol. It's Marisol, not Meryl, but you get the point. Like, it's like, oh no, he can set up. He has multiple mons that can set up, and we'll be screwed. He goes into I go for Wish to do something. I can't think of anything straight. I go for Dazzling to do some kind of damage. Hopefully he doesn't have Roost, but next turn he does. And then he keeps roosting. It's back and forth. So I go into him and Chameleon to die because I don't really need it for anything else. So yeah, this isn't good. And what I did this time, I went to Starboy and be like, look, can Thunder Punch kill? I know he had some fire type in the back. Now, if he had Flame Charge, I would have been screwed. That would have been it. That would have been a complete clean 5-0 sweep. But it wasn't. I went for Thunder Punch, and then he went for Flare Blitz, and he died. So thankfully, I made a really good play there. And, you know, boom, it worked out. He went to Lasamar, and I went right back into Telegon and made the same darn mistake. Went back into Maracuja to take the hit. And I think that right here, kind of the game really got away from me in the worst way possible. He went for Flash Cannon multiple times. I went for Dazzling Gleam. I went for... The Wish went perfectly. I went for Wish again. He Flash Cannons me and kills me. And this is BS because I got hit with the crit. It was a crit. The game would have been over in my part. Because at this point, I would have been able to go for Wish or then just switch out. I think I should have just switched down to Telegon, but I didn't want to take the damage and just go for it. He had to switch out into something else to take that Draco, and it would have died regardless. And I would have still had the game. So if Meryl stayed there, I would have won. No doubt. So this is just a game of like, I'm really pissed that I just took this L like this. Are you serious? He switches out and goes into Gliscor. He's going to get hit by this Draco. And really, Gliscor's main weakness is it can't take a special hit for anything. So pretty much anything special, and if there's a strong special attack, it's gone. Goes for the Hydro Pump. I don't know what my thought process was in dealing with that. I could have just stayed in. I switched right back out again to Dan Kuza for the death. I didn't think straight. I could have went into Latios, no problem, and then just went for it. I was afraid that it was Scarf. But if it was Scarf, then it wouldn't have mattered in the first place. I would have just went for my Draco, then switched down to other stuff. So my thought process was dumb. And he wasn't. He was some kind of expert belt set, I think. And went for the Draco, killed him off. I think that's kill number 3 for it. No, kill number 2. Yeah, so it only got 2 kills in this game. So with the back and forth thing, I basically tricked myself and put myself in a terrible position. I definitely took the L there with this game. I just did not. I think my thought process just died in me and I gave up. I could have knocked him out. I prepped real perfectly for him. I did. This is probably like my final thoughts on this one. I thought it was pretty good. I think the hacks there just really got me. I hate when crits happen to me. But when it happens to someone else, then yibbity woo. But I don't like that either. It just kind of, the hack just ruins it. And I really just am not a fan of that happening. But good news is that it just ended out, and luckily it just didn't go our way. So next week's going to be up against Stroff, and I'm going to show that video probably sometime later. And then, you know, that's how it's going to be every week. I probably won't give it to you in time. It might happen 4 or 5 days after the battle. But hey, you know, that's how it goes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.